Yo, just a little technical issue here. I want to let you know that if you get your brand new Monique, or use one or a bunch of years afterwards actually, if you get your Monique, you turn it on, pretty blue light comes on, which does match my eyes. Then you go ahead and you plug something into it, you get an amplifier hooked up to the other side of some kind, of the XLR or the line out. Put there in, the other end's hooked up to your bass, you turn things up, you fiddle with it, you do all kinds of strange things, and absolutely no sound comes out of it. What the heck? Well, there is a solution. The input of any well-made device, a device made to last instead of being purposely made to die, will have one of these little things for the input. It's a Switchcraft manufactured L12 jack, and it has, that's this little guy here. And you can see here that what part of the job, when nothing's plugged into this jack, you have this little piece here. See these two pieces touching? Well, that is a shorting capability. So what it does is when there's nothing plugged into the device, Monique in this case, but it doesn't matter, any decent piece of gear, when that's nothing shorted in, you can see that it's shorted out. Now, let's take that same jack, if I can figure out where my fingers are, and plug a cable into it, which I'm sure I have a handy dandy cable here somewhere. Now let's just see what happens when we plug this this cable into this jack. Watch what, right there. Watch what happens. So it opens up. And if you can see there, this isn't proper operation. This is proper operation. And it is just barely open. Let's see if I can get this out of here and make it focus on this. You can see that there's not much space there, but that is the required space. If in fact that thing is not opening, then you won't get any sound. Yeah, you won't get any sound because it is grounded out. Nothing there. So a lot of these fancy cables will not have, right at this tip here, it's a smaller diameter so it doesn't push these contacts apart. So your job is to get in there with, the best tool is probably a blasted chopstick. Not used is better, but a chopstick. And you take this chopstick, and what you do is you push down there and you bend this outer piece in that direction, outward, so that even though you're using a small input cable through this hole, it will be enough to open up that contact. And I'm finding lately that the more expensive the cables, the smaller this tip on the end, right there, seems to be. So it's causing some problems. Sorry, Tony. That's the solution, though. You just bend this. If you bend it too far, then it never makes contact, and you'll have noise all over the place before you even plug in. You don't want that. You want that to short with nothing plugged in, but you want it to open when something is plugged in. And that's what's not happening on some of these fancier cables. That's it.